Just judging by the audience that we have here today, we clearly have made progress in our stature in the community. About a year and a half ago, the members of the Presidential Search Committee and I first heard the name Tim Hall. His academic credentials and his professional record were pretty impressive, and he soon found himself on a short list of candidates that we actually wanted to see and get to know a little bit better. What set Tim apart was his unbridled passion for improving student success. His exuberance and belief in the college's mission were contagious. He looked us in the eye, commended us on how much progress we had made, especially in the last few years, and promptly told us in no uncertain terms that he wanted the opportunity to come to Mercy College and create a culture of discontent. We looked at this guy and said, what on earth is he talking about? But before we had to throw him out of the interview and back to Tennessee, we gave him an opportunity to tell us what he meant. He said that success sometimes leads to complacency. That complacency is the acceptance of uninspired ideas that created mediocre results. On the other hand, discontent as a driver of creativity, substantive improvements, and real progress was what was needed. He told us that much greater success for our students and our faculty could be achieved at this point in Mercy's history. It was our opportunity to ensure that real and sustainable change would happen for our students currently and all of those to follow. Tim accepts students as he finds them. He knows that they face tough challenges that can imperil their persistence to graduation. He wants the college to optimize the chances for success and minimize all the barriers that they face. He asks one core thing of his faculty and his staff, that Mercy just keeps getting better for its students. He wants the college focused on reducing low-impact activities and increasing high-impact activities. He believes that micro-improvements must always be going on at a college, but the ability to make macro-improvements shows what you're really made of and can change the entire student experience, leading to greater success. When Mercy went looking for an individual who could build on the positive momentum that we had already achieved, we found that combination in Tim Hall. He eats, drinks, and breathes improving student success. He, along with his wife Lee, are warm and generous hosts for the community here. I hear he's the chief cheerleader at sporting events. I hear he'll drop into a song for a faculty, a donor, or a staff. You never sang to me, Tim. And as Angel told us before, the students call him their friend. Throughout the college's history, the faculty, students, staff, alumni, and board have together achieved many wonderful things. As a community, we have a collective pride in the mission, and we've made tough decisions in order to ensure our future. In this past few years alone, the branch campuses have been revitalized. This campus has been truly transformed. And in fact, the field that we're sitting on here is part of that redevelopment. The purchase of Victory Hall, the construction of the resident hall, which is going to tie the campus completely together. And I personally keep tab on it by looking at the webcam frequently. Thank you for all again for sharing this day with us. It's a very important day in the day of the college and certainly an important day for Tim Hall. And we are very, very pleased to have found him as our next president. Tim, it's time for you to join me at center stage. As chairman of the Board of Trustees of Mercy College, and by virtue of the authority vested in me with the state of New York, I'm proud to install you, Timothy L. Hall, as the 12th president of Mercy College. You are charged with accepting the leadership of this institution, to foster it, to preserve it, and to lead it into the fulfillment of its mission. As a symbol of the office of the president, I now confer on you the medal signifying the responsibilities and privileges inherent in the office of the president. me figure it. Don't see how to tie it. It doesn't hook. There's no hook.
Just come and do it.
There's no hook.
No, on either side.
So,
Here. Tim, turn toward me, please.
yeah.
I believe one goes here, and the other goes... This is my first one of these. This
Up
is
here.
so cool.
There we go.
There you go.
Well, that was the first time I've done that, and now I've been trained. I can do it again, but I hope I never have to do it for Mercy College.